Hey guys, great to chat with you. This is our monthly update video just to give you a heads up as to what's coming up in the life of the church. Before we jump into February, just off the back of the prayer and fasting, what an amazing time that we had as a church. The encounter evenings are all completely different from one another. Just the flow of what God was doing, the release and activation of so much of what was happening was through the body. So many different people taking the opportunity to either bring like a prophetic word or to release something in prayer. It's like this is what God's doing. He's activating who we are as a people at this time. And I just love the release that was happening through all of us together as a people. So exciting as we continue to move forward in all that God is doing. Sunday, being all together was just fantastic. The atmosphere, the feel of it, just the way everybody could eat and share life together. God has got us on a journey at the moment and it's activating us. It's really leading to greater breakthrough in all of our lives and to who we are as a church. So I'm looking forward as to what God's going to continue doing this month in our lives. Now, 7th of February, Wednesday night, Encounter Night's so important in terms of what God is doing at this time, to be together, flow together. What more does God want to release amongst us? So there's a greater release through us. And the scale of what God wants to do is just off the charts in these coming months and years. And so we want to really be pressing into God together in agreement in all that God is saying and doing. Then we have the Freedom course. Now, I know many of you have done Freedom. Freedom is a 12-week curriculum, kind of Bible study. You do that on your own each day, but you also do that as part of a small group. And you meet once a week and you get into what God's saying and doing in you, preparing you and getting you ready for the Encounter Weekend, which will be in June this year, where God does so much in a very short 24-hour period. So you might have done Freedom before, or you might never have done Freedom. It sits in our discipleship pathway. And so I want to encourage you, if you've not done Freedom, you might be new to the church. This is part of our discipleship pathway to help you grow in the things of God, to live in the freedom of who He is, so you can move forward into really understanding what your purpose is and how to really make a difference. So I encourage you to sign up. We've got a lot of women signing up. Guys, I want to just put it out there. If you haven't signed up yet and you've never done Freedom, I want you to get in there, whatever congregation you're in, get plugged into Freedom, be in a blokes group, inspire one another to go further in God, deeper in God, iron sharpens iron, and to come into a greater liberty and freedom in your life, so that as men in the church as well as the women, we all move forward together at the same pace. So I want to encourage you with that. They start right at the end of the month, the week of the 25th of February. So get signed up now. Also, we have an event called All About Heaven, which is on Sunday, the 25th of February. And this evening is an evening where a couple becoming friends of ours, David Oliver and his wife, they lost their son a few years back. They went on a real search as to, so where is he now in heaven? What's he doing? What's heaven all about? And they just unpack a biblical understanding of heaven and where we're going and what it's going to look like and be like. And I've heard some of the videos, I've met him, spent some time with him. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. If you've been on the bereavement course, I really encourage you to be part of that. But it's not just for those who've been on bereavement. It's really an understanding of what is heaven going to be like? Where are we going? Once you leave this earth, what happens and what is that going to look like? It's going to be brilliant. So I encourage you, you can register for that. It's completely free, but do sign up so we know how many people are coming for that particular evening. Now, finally, the reading plan for February, we're still going to continue on prayer. There's scriptures every day that are really honing in on prayer. And God is wanting to activate faith in us to be a praying person, but also a praying people. That's part of the activation God is doing with us and in us at this time. Alongside those prayer verses every day, we're also going to be reading Matthew's Gospel, okay, which again, just builds your faith and all that God is doing with us at this time. So we're going to have a brilliant February. just to encourage you, hang out with people, invite people into your homes, have meals, particularly over the weekend. Friday nights is a great night to do that and have friends around, have communion, break bread, as we've been doing during the prayer and fasting. Let's continue just to build these relationships, build community, inspire and motivate one another to continue to press into God and all that He's doing during this time with us as a church. Bless you. Let's have a great February.